Uh, Wonderful. Great to have everyone on. So, guys, we're just going to talk a bit more about this amazing opportunity. And like I said, I really appreciate that Rashid has put aside 2 hours on a Saturday. We have other trainings with on Mondays, and we're looking at Mondays, Wednesdays, and another day, which we're still working on, where we will have training for you guys. We will have information and also to help you to make the best of the opportunity. One of the things I've learned is that time in an opportunity and timing in an opportunity are important things. The right timing and then when to get in, time in, and then when to also get out, right? So it's very important that when we see an opportunity, we grab a hold of it. Like right now, I have an opportunity to look at some coins, which I've been learning in the crypto space, in the digital world that I'm going to be sharing with you more on. And I have that opportunity. And if I don't take the opportunity, tomorrow might be too late because I'll miss out. Right now, the Metfi coin has taken a deep dive for reasons where we anticipated, we knew, we understood was going to happen. And if we take the hold of that opportunity, and if we had taken a hold of the opportunity like 2 days ago, you would have made about 120% on the fluctuation. All right. What does that mean? If you put $1,000 in, for example, on the Metfi coins, you would have made $1,200. If you'd put $100 in, you'd have made $120. Now, in hindsight, we look at those things, and one of the important things is that we're not here to try to convince anyone to gamble. Okay, that's very important. We're not trying to make you make money in a gambling way. So that's why I really liked also that Rashid and I were discussing, and Rashid said to me, "Hey, it's good that you talk about on a Monday we have the wealth creation program. That helps immensely because the wealth creation program teaches us how to create wealth in a way that is not greedy and not gambling, but it's also in a way that knows the timing in the market and the time to come out and the time to stay in the play in that position and make better informed decisions. So I'm going to assume that everyone here is still learning, and I think that's a good assumption because I know most of you. And so this will be like I said, a little bit of some recap, some training, and then some presentation of some of the new product as well that's come in. And let's have a look at what our opportunities are. And do let me know if you guys can see this screen I've just got on. Can you all see that?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rashid. And I have to just find you guys again because I can't see you. Ah, here you are. Wonderful. Okay, you're still seeing the screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. So, one of the things that's really exciting that I often talk about, and I'll keep talking about this because over the next 20 years, we have the greatest transfer of wealth taking place ever in history. Okay, and we're talking about trillions of dollars of USDT. We're not talking about other currency. We're not talking about even the Australian dollar, which is quite strong. We're not talking about rupees. We're not talking about Kenyan shillings or naira. Okay, those ones, the value is so low compared to the USDT, compared to the USD, sorry. And we're looking at trillions. That's 12 zeros. So it's not millions, it's not billions, it's trillions. It's taking place over the next 20 years, but this year, 2024, is the beginning of all of this. And more specifically, one of the biggest ways this transfer is taking place is through the Forex and crypto world. Okay. And it's $1 trillion industry, like I said. Now, what is exciting is in the past, if you wanted to access some of this stuff, you had to be in the know how. Whereas now, it is available to anyone who has access to a smartphone, a smart device, and attached to Wi-Fi, which literally is you and me. And I think it's about 70% of the world population is connected now. Now that's exciting. What's more exciting is that the crypto world only has 5%, and the growth this year is about another 10% will come into the crypto world. That means that over 85 to 90% of the population have not entered this world yet. So congratulations. I know most of you here have already bought into the world, into this crypto world. You bought a Metfi NFT and well done. And now it's time to use it to the best of your ability to produce income and understand how it can work with the multiple streams of income that we have. Okay. So the digital world, whether we like it or not, it's just like my phone. My phone moved from an analog phone to a digital phone a couple of decades ago. My children grew up with phones, and they can't comprehend that we used to have those dial around phones in the analog format, which most of you, I'm sure, would have been alive and remember that. Now, whether we like it or not, the digital network took over and has taken over the analog network, right? I was in Myanmar back in 2000. Myanmar, some people may not even know it exists or what the country is, and they had a very poor analog network. But because everyone was upgrading, they upgraded to a better digital network than even Australia, that had an infrastructure, better infrastructure, but was taking a long time to change over. Now, why am I saying that? Because the digital world is not discriminatory against who you are, your educational background, which country you're in, what you know about it. It is based on, as you know, the information, the access to it is simply through a digital phone, a digital app, and Wi-Fi. As simple as that. Now, what does the digital world give us? It gives us more income that can be made in a minute than a lifetime of wages and salaries. It is the potential to upgrade us to the place where we can actually retire earlier. But again, it takes time to understand and learn. That's the most important thing. Learning is important because once you learn, then you're not gambling. I was speaking to someone recently, and they were really interested in this product, but they said they'd just been in two others recently, and they had unfortunately gone through some bad times. Now, one of the things that I said to them is that it's really important that we don't just jump into something and think this is it, this is the best thing ever, there's nothing else. What I want you to jump into and understand, guys, is the digital industry. When you understand the digital world, then you begin to comprehend that one of the platforms like Metfi has an opportunity in the digital world right now. Okay? And we can make a lot of money with tech. And that's important. The other thing about the digital world is more portability to conduct business in a suitcase. Okay, I love talking about that because every month I'm traveling to a different nation, and it is very exciting that wherever I go, as I'm traveling, I'm also producing income. Now I'm getting to a place where I want that income to produce so much that I don't know what to do with it. Okay. And that's exciting. Like when you are traveling to be able to produce income, most people who travel are losing income while they're traveling, right? Because they no longer are working, they've taken a break or holiday, and then they have their savings they have to use. Now, how would it look like that while you're traveling, you're producing income? And that's what the digital world is offering us. And we got to understand that. Number three, more freedom to have time and resources to live out your dreams and purpose. Now, this is not just a nice saying. I can certainly say that the last 12 years since I retired, that I've been able to create a lifestyle worth living. Okay, that's how I like to put it. Create a lifestyle worth living, which means that I love traveling. I love taking my family to experience new things. I homeschool three of our nine children, my wife and myself, and we love it. In fact, just today, my wife was telling me that she was talking to a 17-year-old, asking him if he wants to go to school, and he's like, "No, I love homeschool." Why? Because I get an opportunity to learn outside of the box. I get an opportunity to meet many more new people and make better friendships, and also have a better understanding of real world. Now that's exciting to me. So you can create a lifestyle worth living through this digital world. It is possible, and you can do it quickly. More opportunities to give back to humanity may not be important to you, very important to me. The reason we live the way we live is to give back and help more people get to where we get to, and give them more tools to empower others to do the same. The digital world allows you to do that. If I was making money based on my talents, which I did in the past, I can't always pass it on to others. But if I'm making money from a world, trillion-dollar world that I can access just using some simple tools, and I can pass it on to anyone, any country. We just came back from Kenya last month, and we're talking to the rugby boys there that we have under our non-profit organization, and some of the fans that were there. And it was exciting because I could give them an opportunity in the digital world that they could jump into and start again. Okay. And start producing income for themselves as well. So today, you may have shown up because you want to find another source of income apart from work. You may want to learn to generate more passive income find better returns for your capital savings to grow, create a better lifestyle for you and your family, be an investor that makes money, make money, produce income from a non-profit organization, or it might be for some entirely different reason. Hopefully, none of you were dragged here by anyone else, but you were invited, right? And welcome to everyone that's come in on a Saturday. Highly appreciate your time in this. As always, I have to do a disclaimer because as part of the Australian law where I live in Australia, I'm not a financial planner. I don't have a financial license. I'm an accountant. So anything I give you is not should not be construed as financial advice. Okay. So all I'm giving you here is simply my opinion. I'm giving you some ideas and thoughts, and I would suggest to you to please seek financial guidance. And at the same time, do your due diligence and learn to take the risks at the level that you're ready to take. So I always say to people, only put in what you're willing to risk. So what I want to show you today is how you can live out your dreams and passions unhindered. Okay. A lot of people say one day when I have more, or one day when I achieve XYZ, then I will do ABC. What I'd like to suggest to you is that what if you can start to do that today and grow in your capacity? Would that be important to you? Okay. And if it is important to you, then it's important that you create that lifestyle that begins to produce. Now, what if you could shape your world around your finances rather than by it? And that's a question that a lot of people read and don't get. And I want you to think about that question more and think about how this question can help you as we talk about the digital world and the Metfi products. Okay? What if you could shape your world around your finances rather than by it? Because a lot of people, unfortunately, make decisions based on how much money they have, right? Or how much they're going to earn or how much their expenses are. What if you can decide what you want in your world, craft your world, begin to create that lifestyle based around you deciding this is how much I'm going to produce to be able to do that? That would be very exciting. If anyone has read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's a great book written over 25 years ago by a man called Robert Kiyosaki, and he talks about the four quadrants that everybody lives in. And the left-hand side is called linear income or active income, where you are trading your time for money. Now, we don't want to talk about that area. That's those who are employees and self-employed. Okay. We want to look at the right-hand side, the residual passive income, and I'm sure you'd be excited and interested in that, as I am, and I've been for the last 20 plus years. Passive income that's not dependent on you. Okay, and that can work with two different arenas, as Robert Kiyosaki pointed out: being a business owner, being an investor. Being a business owner, you own a system and people work for you and you leverage off others, but you are freeing up your time and your money. Being an investor, you allow money to work for you. Now, the opportunity I'm going to present today with Metfi is there's both. That is why it's so exciting. You can literally own your own business, but not be self-employed. And you can also be an investor that allows money to work for you. Okay, there's a ready-made system that is already working for you. Okay, so if you're not excited about it, then you're in the wrong place. But if you're excited about it, then I'm really happy that you're here. The power of passive income. I like what Warren Buffett says, and Warren Buffett is the richest, made his riches in the stock and still does. What is also exciting, if you are feeling like you have lost time and you don't have you wish you could have done this a lot earlier, one of the things that I want to just encourage you with is that recently I found out that Warren Buffett made his most of his money after he was 50. And
You can be looking at the presentation. I just need to.
You guys can see the
Sorry.
presentation? Okay, no problem. That was not for us. Wonderful. So I like what Warren Buffett said, guys. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Okay. And so that is very true. And I hold on to that. And I'm passionate about this. Now, if you want to learn to make money in the digital world, there's three things that are important. You have a belief, you have commitment, and you have consistency. Okay. I believed in passive income before I learned about the digital world back 25 years ago when I heard about people like Warren Buffett and Robert Kiyosaki and the like. And then I made some decisions about 13 years ago, and I'm going to retire out at the age of 36. and I'm going to start living a lifestyle that I wanted to create. So I had to have a belief, from that a commitment, and then consistency. Okay, and I would suggest you do the same. If you believe that you can make money while you're sleeping, then let's create a system that can actually achieve that and do that. So, as we always like to say, guys, 100%, please be aware. Warning: invest only what you are willing to take a risk on. Invest only what you're willing to take a risk on. High risk means high reward. Okay. Now, risk is reduced, and I found this over the years of being an investor and being a business owner, that risk is reduced by product knowledge and research, and having a good team that you hang around with. Make sure whatever you do, you are willing to sleep well at night. Don't be greedy, but be ambitious. What is that? Don't be greedy, but be ambitious. That means don't do nothing, but at the same time, don't be too greedy and gamble. Okay. The first goal in any investments that are high risk, and this is only a suggestion, but this is a good suggestion that has helped me, is to get back your initial capital. Okay. With all high risk investments, I thank God I've been able to do that except one. And so therefore I've had a good run, because you'll have good runs, ups and downs. Now the investment opportunity with Metfi just starts with 100 USDT. It's not a lot of money. There's a 45-day game plan to be able to get back your return on investment. I've never seen an opportunity like this anywhere else, and I'm not just saying that. The last opportunity, last opportunity I was in, return on investment was going to come back in about 6 months' time. The previous one to that, it was going to take me about a year. It took me about a year to get back my return on investment. To be able to get, and I've done this twice here, my ROI has come back 45 days with the game plan, is amazing. So, what about risk? Let's understand risk. A man who is the founder of Facebook said, Mark, the biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking any risks. So I want to welcome you guys here and say thank you for coming in, because your choice of taking a risk is a good risk, because it's going to produce benefits, it's going to produce fruit, it's going to produce extra money and good amount of income. Now, it's also going to give you some great ideas and give you good experience for the future to continue to run like this in your lifestyle. What are we gaining in the digital world? What are the future of the investments in the digital world? Well, it is important to learn and understand this. The crypto world is around $3 trillion currently and growing. The Bitcoin has just halved 2 months ago and is set to break the USD 100K in 2024. It is currently around about just under 70,000 USD. It keeps rising and falling. Guys, again, just a prediction based on good tokenomics, good understanding of crypto. The Bitcoin may fall even as low as 40,000 again, and then it's going to skyrocket into what we call the bull run, and that is going to definitely make it go over 100,000. The bull run, some people have said we already started. I personally don't believe we have. I believe it's going to be in the next 6 months. And so it's a great time to understand and jump into the digital world. What will the bull run give us? It'll give us amazing ability to create that transfer of wealth. And a lot of you could become millionaires in this opportunity. But my concern is whether you'll keep it or not. Because making money is easy. It's keeping money that's the hard part. All right. And I've learned that so many times from my own personal mistakes. Now, what are the current good investments to look at? The AI industry, the gaming industry, the IT and real world projects. These are very important to look at. AI, gaming, IT, and real world projects are the current future high value projects. And if you are unable to do this yourself, then create a team, be part of a team that is doing it together. And that's where Metfi comes in. What if you have an opportunity to invest and also build a business in these industries? It's very exciting. Like at the moment, I am learning crypto with a group of people from our church wealth creation group, plus a few other people. And so we have a little team together that we talk to each other in WhatsApp and say, now is a good time to buy, now is a good time not to buy. Now we have already our knowledge, but being in a group, it's really great. Just this morning before I jumped in, someone was saying this is a great time to buy this point. This is what we have looked at, this coin coming to this value, it's going to go up and 20 to 30% get out. Now, someone else came in and said it hasn't got to that point yet. Just wait a few more minutes, wait another day, wait a few more hours. That's great. As a group, we're learning to know the timing in and out of things. If you're going, man, I would love to be part of that, that's where the Metfi Opportunity will give you a really great family to run together with. Now, a little bit more about Bitcoin. This makes me laugh because people still till today ask the question, is Bitcoin real or a scam? Okay. But when I look at the way the banks are now trying to jump in to regulate this industry, the ETFs that have been passed with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, Bitcoin is like the gold of our real world, and Ethereum is like the oil of this industry. Whatever Bitcoin does, everything else starts to move around it. And I tell you what, guys, if you look at back in 2009 when Bitcoin started, and coming into 2010, look at the chart. 9 cents. Imagine buying Bitcoin even at $26. But it just went up from 9 cents to $26, and that was a gain of 2,960%. Okay, now this is just a few years ago. Now people say, oh, Bitcoin is a scam. Why? Because sometimes when there's a bear run, as you can see, the bear market, it drops dramatically, but then it goes up higher than the previous high, drops again, then it goes up higher than the previous high. Now, guys, we hit this year 73,000. We're going to hit the 100,000. Okay, my question to you is this: a lot of you might have said, including me, I wish I'd got in earlier. I didn't know anything about Bitcoin until the last year and a half. But it's never too late to get in, because imagine 10 years from now. Why would I imagine 10 years from now? Because Bitcoin is continuing to halve, and it is written on something called smart contracts on the metaverse, on blockchain, and not on the metaverse, sorry, on blockchain, and it's transparent. Now, what is Bitcoin? This is a game changer. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside, please underline outside, the control of any one person, group, or entity, and thus removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. Now, I used to work for the bank a long time ago in my previous career, and I have been, up until about 7 years ago, very loyal to the bank and to all the banking systems that I'm in. I will stay in a bank for 20 years, 30 years. I'm loyal until I realized that the bank does not have any loyalty to me. It takes my money and makes 1 to 50% a day, gives me back 2 to 3%, maybe 4%, maybe 7% over the last 20 years a year, right? Now, it takes, if you if your account in Australia at least goes into the red even for 24 hours, you get fined $5, right? Or $10. It's crazy, right? You go over the counter now and do a transaction, you get charged $1.20. Like, they take money from everywhere. Bitcoin is a game changer. It allows us to create a form of payment outside the control of anyone else. And if you're not excited about that, I am. Okay, and that's a very exciting thing to see for our future. Now, why is Bitcoin important, and why is it connected to Metfi and this platform I'm introducing you to? The reason it's important, guys, is this: we are here in the 2024 halving that just took place, and if you look down on Bitcoin, it will continue to halve till 2136. 2136 is over 100 years from now. So our generation is going to continue to see Bitcoin, and the next generation and the next generation. Now, every time Bitcoin halves, there's more scarcity in it, and this cannot be changed. The contracts that have been written by the anonymous person or group called Satoshi will not change, which means it cannot be altered. It is having a huge impact, trillion-dollar industry impact on us in society. Why should we not get a part of this? Okay, so I'm hoping, guys, if you're still with me, please put a 777 in the chat group just to let me know that this is making sense, this is helping you. All right, because sometimes I get so excited about things that I forget that I'm maybe make sure everyone else is on board, is understanding this, it is making sense to you, and you are just as excited about it. What does Bitcoin do for our world? Thank you for those who are responding. I really appreciate it. And for those who aren't, please let me know if you are, if it's too much, if it's not making sense. Where are you at with this? Great. We have more and more who are making, and if you have questions afterwards, please feel free to type them in, or you can unmute and ask. Bitcoin can be used across borders. So what does Bitcoin do for our world? It can be used, it's borderless, allowing any consumer with an internet connection to participate in the global economy and access financial services. Guys, that is amazing. The potential we have is powerful. Cryptocurrencies are instrumental in promoting financial inclusion, and this is exciting to me, by providing unbanked individuals with access to digital wallets, allowing them to participate in the global economy, save money securely, and access financial services like loans and money transfers. This is no longer a first world, third world, developing world transactional separation. This is now either you're in the digital world or you're not. And when you're in the digital world, you have equal opportunity with everyone else. I love that. I love the idea of financial inclusion. One of the most significant contributions of cryptocurrencies to society is the promotion of financial inclusion. That's why the governments don't want you to know about this, because this is a game changer for everybody. A lot of us come from different third world countries. We've migrated to other countries, or we're still in third world countries or developing countries. Imagine the potential that we have within this. How can I be part of this trillion-dollar crypto industry? Well, to be a part of an opportunity and platform that can educate you practically in the crypto world is important. Every Monday, we have a wealth creation program that I cannot stress for you to be to be part of. It's free. It goes for about an hour and a half. It's called Wealth Creation Hour, and in that we're teaching you the difference between being wealthy as opposed to be rich, because the rich and poor are not going to make good income in the future. Why? Because they're either begging for money or chasing after money. We want to be wealthy. Wealthy is to control the money. Okay, and if that I'm hoping that excites you the way it's excited me when I caught on to that understanding. What if you can position yourself, whether you are a novice or an expert in the crypto world, to earn while you learn and explore the metaverse? Okay, and that's what we're doing. There's all this information. You might go, I don't know where to get started, or man, I'm excited, I want to get started. And so some people, like the other day, I was just talking to one guy. He bought an NFT in the metaverse, which I'm going to show you with the Metfi, and then he wanted to upgrade, and literally 5 minutes he was done. Another guy who is an amazing uncle from Malaysia, 72 years old. Taken him about 3 weeks, but man, I'm celebrating him. He bought his NFT 2 days ago, and I'm celebrating with him. Why? Because the young one who took 5 minutes, 10 minutes done, and the one who took 3 weeks are both equal opportunity to earn. And both of them are choosing to be on the platforms like this and learn. And that is vital. I love that Rashid has put this on every Saturday for you guys to come in, to learn, to train. Okay, then Mondays, like I said, we have the Wealth Creation Hour, where we don't specifically talk about a platform, but we talk about how the wealthy work. And then we have other training that we will share with you as needed. Okay, so you have great opportunities. Now, where are we in these digital world opportunities? Let me say to you guys that the innovators have come in. They've created some excellent opportunity for us with Metfi, and we are looking for the early adopters, because we're 2 years in. It's been tested, and we want to get to the early adopters, the ones who are ready to jump in, just like Rashid was when he heard this opportunity, just like Mom Carol and Pastor Esther from different parts of the world just jumped in and said, I'm ready to be an early adopter. And as the early majority come in, we are all going to benefit together. Okay. But I'm looking right now for the early adopters. Why? Because we have an adoption window. And timing in a project, like I said, is crucial. Time in a project is also important. Risk assessment is crucial as well. Adoption window is now open for us to take advantage of the potential avalanche coming. What is the potential avalanche? The upcoming bull market, the marketing with our international leaders that is going to produce even more people coming into this opportunity. And if you position yourself well, you will gain from it. And the early stage project with huge potential, 30 million plus has been paid out in commissions to date with this Metfi project. That's a lot of commissions in just 2 years. and we have just only scratched the surface. So let me now, having talked to you about the digital world, introduced you into understanding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, talk to you about the three more important projects that you need to focus on: the AI industry, the IT real world projects, um, and the gaming industry. I wanted to introduce you to the actual product that I want to talk about today, because this gives you an all-in-one. It encompasses everything done for you if you're ready to learn and earn. Okay, and it's important not to just put and forget, because wealth creators don't put and forget. They're always checking what's going on so that it frees up their time and their resources even more. Okay, so this is an Metfi is based around what we call an NFT. NFT stands for non-fungible token. If you go and research non-fungible tokens, there are two types. There are ones that look like pictures, that are just monkeys, pictures of monkeys, pictures of circles, and they have made a lot of money in their time based on artists and actors and some of those famous people who were bored, didn't know what to do with their money, and they created these NFTs. Now, what's come out of that though is we've moved into a different type of NFT called a utility-based NFT. So imagine, as I said, I was in Kenya last month, and we live in a village in Kenya. It's like a village that's been upgraded to between a village and a town. And yes, we have animals in our backyard, chickens and goats and cows. Now, imagine we have a cow that produces milk every day. We have two that provides for our home, but also provides for the community. So we call that a cash cow, right? Now, in today's world in Australia, if we say if you can find a cash cow, you're finding something that's going to produce income for you, even when you're not working. How many of you would love that? I certainly would, and I certainly do. So I'm always looking for cash cows. The utility-based NFT is a cash cow. It's not just a pretty picture of art that you hope will go up in value based on people's sentiments and emotion. It is actually a utility that has exclusive benefits and limitless possibilities. And that's what I want to introduce you to. But let me quickly just talk about that as I introduce you to the Metfi world. It may be your first time, or you may be your second or third time listening. It is in the decentralized financial institution. It is around the metaverse and Web3 technology. And some of you might go, exciting. Some of you might go, I have no clue what that is all about. That's what I'm going to share with you a little bit about. CFI versus DeFi. Centralized finance, as I said to you, working in a bank in the past, but you don't have to. Say someone like Sarah wants to transfer some money or do a transaction with Robert, and in this case, let's say money, she would have to go through a banking institution. The government will take some taxes for it, and you'll have a middleman as well, that or woman that will take also their cut in everything. So you can see by the time Sarah transfers to Robert, there's already a huge amount of percentage loss in there. Now, welcome to the decentralized financial world. And if you have been taught about this, please thank the person who taught you. If you're learning it the first time, please thank Rashid for producing this platform. And you can thank me for introducing this to you, because you'll never again see finances the way it has been before. Imagine if you can save all that ton of percentage, anywhere between 10 to 50% that go out of your pocket before it even gets to Robert. Being able to do that on the blockchain smart contract protocol, where you get rid of all the middle people. And it not only saves you money, it takes away the vulnerability that you have of scammers, of people also seeing your personalized information. This is a game changer, okay? And so the Metfi platform is on a decentralized financial system. That means your wallet, if you don't have MetaMask, go and download a wallet called MetaMask. It's decentralized. There are other decentralized wallets as well. There are also centralized wallets in the digital world. Centralized wallets are where they will ask you for your KYC, know your customer. They'll ask you for ID, etc. Okay, so just being aware of the difference between the two. In the decentralized world, the governments don't have a clue what is taking place in your wallet. It is private. And this is a game changer for everyone. Okay. Now, I'm not asking you to evade tax. Let me be very clear on that in the recording as well. I'm asking you to learn to minimize tax, but do not evade tax, okay, because that is breaking the law. But certainly, I learned to minimize our taxes. The advantage of the decentralized world is the use of digital technologies, the elimination of control from large financial institutions like banks and governments, the accessibility of financial services, privacy, open software code, passive income, and lower transaction costs. The disadvantages, which I don't think are that big a deal, is information shortage, lack of legal framework, lack of support, and hacker attacks. Okay? Now, in the decentralized world, you don't have support helping you if you get hacked. Okay? You don't have anyone returning your money. The way you can get hacked is by giving away your information. So be diligent not to do that. The metaverse, guys, the metaverse, as I said, Metfi is also part of the metaverse, is the next tech revolution. 2 years ago, my wife and I, when Facebook, if you notice, remember, changed its name to Meta, my wife and I purchased a set of glasses, sunglasses that connect to the metaverse. Through our glasses, we can have conversations with people. We can ask Meta questions and get answers back. And unfortunately, at the moment, the law is not permitting it in Australia, but in US and in some other countries, I can wear my sunglasses. I can look at somebody's clothing and say, I really like that clothing. Hey Meta, what is that shoe that they're wearing? What is that hat that they're wearing? And it will scan it and tell me where I can buy it and how much for. Guys, the metaverse, that's only the beginning of what it will do. It will literally change our world, and it is changing our world. Our education world, imagine being immersed in education rather than just looking at it in a 2D or 3D world. Imagine 4D, 5D, 6D, touch, feel, immersion. Imagine the ability to have meetings, corporate meetings, have new structures. Recently, one of our leaders in Metfi was explaining it as an engineer. When they talk to new clients now and show them new products, they don't show them in 2D format on a screen. They immerse them into a place where they can walk and look at 3D shapes around them and see actually how everything is working. If you've watched Avengers and you've watched some of the tech that happens there, you will with Iron Man, you will understand what we're talking about. It is already here to stay. The health world. Imagine doing operations by surgeons who are in another part of the world, and the patient does not have to spend the expense to travel there, and they are using metaverse technology, able to do a very successful operation and save lives. This is a game changer. So why should we not learn to make money from this, profit from it, benefit from it, get in early while everyone else is still coming to grips with this? So the way that you need to understand new things that I can suggest to you, obviously I can't force you to do that, is not to have a fixed mindset, but to have a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says failure is the limit of my abilities. Maybe you've done something before and you fail and you're unsure and you're cautious, but a growth mindset says failure is an opportunity to grow. Okay? Learn from failure rather than back out from it. And I want to congratulate those who've come in here on a Saturday to learn. It is amazing. All right. Let me just switch to some other slides on the Metfi, and I'll give you some more detail now. So I want to go to the second section of our training, which is more detail in just the Metfi world. Just to see that you guys are all good and you're hanging in there and running well, please put a 333 in the chat group if so far it's making sense and you've got some things to move forward with. And Rashid, thank you for administrating the chat group. So if anyone has any questions, you can pop it in there. All right. So I'm hoping I want you on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being very beneficial, 1 being and 5 being in between. Can you put a number on a scale of 1 to 10 of how beneficial this training has been so far? And that way it just gives me an idea of, helps me to improve as well. While you're doing that, please give me a second, Rashid. I just am seeing that my battery is low. I've got to plug it in, and just give me 1 second while you guys put in between on a scale of 1 to 10. Wow, Rashid and Margaret, thank you, and Pastor Esther. I'll be back in a second.
Thank you, everyone. Ruben will be back in a couple of minutes.
Sorry, guys, to keep you waiting, but thank you. I think that might have been a nice break as well. Wonderful. Let me continue with the Metfi side of things, just to give you a bit of a break, get your thoughts collected. Now let's go into more detail about the Metfi and the Metfi platform. Metfi, as we said, is one NFT that has exclusive benefits. Okay, and as I mentioned, it's on the DeFi, Metaverse, Web3 technology. I have explained everything but the Web3. Ooh, I have someone writing on my screen, and I'm not sure how we can get rid of that. There we go. Thank you.
There's the white paper.
Wipe it off. Good. So, what's the vision of Metfi? So, remember, we've talked about the digital world, how to jump into the digital world, and for people who want to get in where it's already done for you, this is a great opportunity. The vision of Metfi is to become the world's #1 metaverse and Web3 incubator, helping to fund and create the next wave of tech unicorns and sharing the returns with you. What does that mean? That means, guys, that a unicorn project is anything that is over $10 million, that is not a company that's worth over $10 million, that is not on the stock exchange. Something like Amazon, something like Tesla, something like Facebook were all unicorn projects. Okay, they didn't want to be go on the stock market and sell stocks. Imagine that you had invested in one of these back in the day. How much would it have been worth to you, and how much would you have made today as an opportunity for your future? Okay, now we get to have that opportunity in the tech world with unicorn projects through Metfi that incubate, and this is one of the ways that we return incomes. I'm going to show you there are numerous ways that this digital world, remember I said cash cow? This is what it is. It's a cash cow that has different ways. Now, a cow can produce milk, it can also be meat. This is a way where you can produce multiple ways of producing income. A cash cow can also produce other cows. Okay, so there's so many different ways that you have income streams. The same thing here, and I want to show you. Okay, let's begin. We've talked about the decentralized world. We've talked about how metaverse works, the metaverse. I want to talk to you about Web3 now. Web3 is the next thing that is already introduced into our world as part of the digital world upgrade from Web2. Is more social internet based, but the negative thing about Web2 and social internet is that our personal information is very vulnerable. I can have a conversation with someone at a cafe, and the next minute when I'm on my social media, there are ads that come up, and I'm sure you've had this as well, based on the information we've talked about. Just recently, my sister and I were having a conversation about SMSFs, self-managed super funds, and literally 3 minutes later, she picks up her phone, she's on her social media, and there are ads that she's never seen before on, guess what? SMSFs. All right. So it's really funny that that happens, but it's also very concerning. So Web3 technology, guys, is a game changer because it's decentralized personal ownership of your data and assets. Okay. Now, how does Metfi work on this? Web3 uses decentralized blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs to give power and control back to the people, which is us. in the form of personal digital asset ownership. Okay. Now, Metfi is also a DAO system. This again is another very important game changer that makes such a difference when we understand and grab a hold of the opportunity here. In a traditional company, and a lot of people say, oh, they ask, sometimes would ask me a question like, when I'm telling them about Metfi, they say, is this a pyramid? And I go, describe a pyramid to me. Everyone has a different view of pyramids. I said, the only pyramid that I've ever seen is in Egypt, when I took my family last year and we went and saw the pyramids. But I actually saw another pyramid recently in this slide, and that is the traditional companies. Right? In the traditional companies, guys, you cannot earn more than the CEO. Is that true? There is no one who can earn higher than the CEO. It is truly a pyramid. It's got management, it's got officers. Decisions are made by the elect, okay? And the elect few. And you don't often have a say in that. It is not democratic. Now, in a decentralized autonomous organization like Metfi, it is 100% owned by the community for the community, okay? If you earn, I earn, we all earn. We're all winners together. Okay? It is transparent. You know everything that is happening, unlike a traditional company where you don't know always what's happening behind. You don't know always what's happening with the books. It is owned by the community, self regulated. It's on the blockchain, which means nobody can manipulate the data. And we've got even auditing that's being done that I'll show you soon. Bitcoin is also a DAO. And if Bitcoin is our lead, like the gold of the digital world, then how much more exciting is it that Metfi is also a DAO system, and it's one of its kind. It is a breakthrough technology organization that is doing something where it is not putting the money into the hands of CEOs and organizations. It's putting companies. Sorry, it's putting the money back into our community-based hands through directly into our digital wallet. This is exciting. Okay. How does Metfi work? To get in, you have to buy an NFT. Okay, that's how you get in. You purchase an NFT. Metfi is a powerful decentralized investment vehicle for the masses. This is based on community. Why I'm big on this and why I'm so passionate about this is it's a community-based project. And community-based projects make such a impact in our world. And I believe this will change the way things are working in many, many nations, including first world nations, third world nations, including nations that are under military attack and coup, including nations that have got inflation over and above. This is all runs outside of all of these boundaries and makes a big difference and is accessible to all of us. When you buy an NFT, you get, so here's the first type of income that you get passive income coming in as Metfi tokens every 12 hours. Okay, so maybe one of you can write this down on the chat group. The first type of income is passive, and it's every 12 hours you get a token coming in. Now let me just show you how that looks. I'm just going to log into my back office. Okay, so with your MetaMask wallet, you can log into the Metfi app. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see my screen here with the back office. And if I go here, guys, and I go down to this word staking, now look at the right-hand side. I have here, it's showing me that in my MetaMask wallet, I have access to about just under 500 Metfi tokens. And in my Metfi, I have staked about 1,660 Metfi tokens. And look at this. As soon as you buy an NFT, 10% of the value of your NFT is sent as Metfi tokens, and it produces depending on the type of NFT you've bought. Now, I have a 6-time multiplier because I've bought number 6 NFT, but I'll tell you more about the types of NFTs in a minute. Now, every 12 hours, in another 10 hours and 40 minutes, I will have another 1.2 Metfi token added to me. Passively done. I don't have to do anything for that to happen. Okay, so this is the first type of income that comes in. Okay, and as you get into the project, learn about it, you can go investigate and understand how you're making income. As you participate in by buying a Metfi utility, it grants you passive Metfi tokens and many other unique benefits and perks. What are the other benefits and perks? Another one is that you have access to the treasury. Okay, treasury money, 30% of your NFT is put to the treasury, and the treasury incubates different projects. These are some of the projects that we incubate here. I don't know if any of these look familiar to you.
Just
Dodge Estate, Gucci, Snoop Dogg. Maybe we could just have some those who are unmuted just to mute, please, because of the recording. We've got Metfi Estate, Atari Estate. We've got all these gaming projects like Sandbox and Big Time. We have AI projects like Sona. Okay, now these are the different projects that we are incubating. Now, it's not just on a presentation. You can actually see this practically and see how are we traveling. And so the second way we can produce income, guys, is by and you can write this down, is by treasury profits. Okay, profits from the treasury. When those profits come in, we vote and we get profits on the treasury. Now let me go to the stats page, and all of you can access this statistics.metfi.io. Again, worth writing down this page, this information. So this is the second source of income that I want to share with you. That's again passive. The first source was the Metfi tokens every 12 hours. The second source of income is that you have the incubation in our treasury of a number of different projects. So we got Big Time, Angel Block, IME, and so on and so forth. Let's look at Big Time, for example. It was incubated at 600,000 USDT. And if you guys scroll up here with me, Big Time is now worth 1.2 million. It has doubled in the last couple of years. That's brilliant. And this is in USDT. This is not in tokens. For those of you who have been aware of the token price fluctuating, this is in USDT. Sandbox, for example, was we incubated at 850, just under 850,000, and it is now worth 3.1 million USDT. How exciting is that? Now we have access to the treasury. Now, here's the thing I like about the blockchain. It is transparent, like I said. We also have losses, guys. For example, Angel Block, 250,000 was incubated. It has dropped dramatically to 76,000. So there are some losses. There are some that are holding, but you only need 1 to 2 projects that are going to create a phenomenal income that will then, our treasury has grown to about 10 million, 8 million to 10 million right now. And that is very exciting. Okay. And this is distributed to whom? Not to a CEO. This is distributed to us. Every one of us who owns a Metfi NFT, this is distributed to you. That's exciting. Okay. So this is the second way of producing income. I hope you guys are gaining something from this. Okay. Let's keep going. All profits from the projects that Metfi invests in are distributed to Metfi NFT owners. So that's the treasury. It is proportionally distributed by the Metfi NFT based on what NFT you own. The higher your NFT and the more Metfi tokens that you own, the greater your share of the treasury and the projects we invest in. Now, a little bit more about Metfi being a DAO. This is really important in terms of credibility of the project. A DAO has no centralized ownership or management. Decisions are made from the bottom up by the owners, which is the community. The Metfi DAO is collectively owned and managed by all of us. The funds in the treasury are only accessible with the approval of the members, and these decisions are made by members voting. So if I go back to my back office and show you very quickly, under my back office, I have a section called voting, and I can look at what votings are available right now. If I say vote now, it'll show me there's a live vote, which there is as a new proposal for incubation of a new investment, which is called RoboKitten. And RoboKitten is actually a game, a gamify. And if you want to know more, we can go check the website out. We can go understand the investment. It's 100,000 USDT, and it has the research has been done. The proposal has been made so far. 2.3 million Metfi tokens have said yes. 111 have said no, and 0.57 of them have abstained. So this is how community votes. Okay, I haven't voted yet. I'm just finishing off my research on it, but it's looking like a very good project, and it's only using 1% or so of our treasury. So it's not a huge amount that it's being used. 100,000 USD is not much when we have almost 10 million in our treasury. Okay, so we look at all of that and we can make a decision as a community. If we don't like the decision, we can veto it within 7 days. How good is that? Okay. I don't know any other company that does that for us. Imagine working for someone and you don't like what the decision they've made and you want to veto it. Do you think they're going to say yes to that? Not really. Now, the DAO is also organized around a specific set of rules. These are called smart contracts, really important for you to understand and learn, that operate without human intervention on the Binance blockchain. Now, there are different types of chains. There is the TRC for Tron network, there's the ERC for the Ethereum network, there's Polygon, etc. We are operating on the Binance network. It's a good smart chain. I like it. Even the gas fees are much cheaper as well. Okay. The other thing that's really important is that the Metfi smart contracts are regularly audited, and it's done separately, independently by Certix. Certix is an independent set of auditors. So again, if I go back to my browser and I type in here Certix, and this is another good website for you guys to be aware of. Certix is Web3's leading smart contract auditor, provides a comprehensive suite of tools to secure the industry at scale. I type in Metfi here. Here it is. And you can see that we have scored 83.80. We were in the top 200 ranking. We've just gone to 300 ranking. The reason for that is because we've just had a huge vote that we decided to help with some partial unstaking of our Metfi coins, which dropped our value under $1 for the first time. And again, this is a great opportunity for people to jump in. It was 34 cents just a few days ago. It's gone up to 37 cents, which is a 7.5% increase. And I was suggesting to people even just a few days ago, for those of you that were on my call, do your homework, buy some coins. When it gets up to 20%, sell the coins. You would have made a 20% profit. It's amazing, okay? Now, here's the thing that's important, guys. We're in the top 10 percentile with all the audits done. The smart contracts are, 4 of them have been done. The last one that was done, I just found out from one of the top leaders when I was in Istanbul a few weeks ago, that the last audit that was done was to check that no tampering had been done with the contracts over the last 2 years. And that audit passed 100%. And that's very good. Now, here's the other thing. The reason we're a bit low on the fundamental, but everything else we're high, is because we don't have KYC, because we are a decentralized financial institute. We don't take people's personal details and pass them on to the government or anywhere else, okay? Here's the other thing that's exciting. We have a bug bounty, guys, of 1 million reserved for anyone who can find a bug. And it's been running since April 2023, and so far no bugs have been found. This brings a lot of confidence because this whole project is written on smart contracts, and there are no bugs in the smart contracts, okay? So I don't know about you, but for me, I feel really good about it. And I can go and look at this transparently. And I can look at, for example, if I didn't know the back end of what was happening, I'd be looking at this and going, oh, how come in 2 weeks we've gone from 200 ranking to nearly 400 ranking? But we know why, because of the change that has occurred that is resetting for the new wave of marine moguls and Metbot that is going to shift things up and make things even better, which I'm going to share with you as another set of sources of income. All right. All right. I hope you guys are with me. I'm got a little bit more to cover, and then we'll take some questions. Okay. Members interact with Metfi through their own decentralized wallets. Example, MetaMask with the user always has 100% control of their assets. Guys, I can get my phone right now, open my MetaMask wallet, and all my money is paid directly in there. And I'm sure others of you that are on here already can attest the same thing. As soon as someone signs up, under me, I get commissions directly. As soon as the treasury wants to pay me, it goes directly to me. As soon as I get more Metfi tokens, it goes directly to me. It is so exciting, okay? Because I don't have to wait for someone else. At the moment, I mean, a very real story. I generated about $70,000 to $80,000 earlier this year, back in about April, through another company. Now, I'm still waiting for those commissions to be paid to me. Why? Because they're about to be paid through the company. They have to go through all the audits and blah, 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 blah. Whereas in Metfi, as soon as I make profits, I get paid straight away. Between January to today, I've made over 8,000 USD. I've got back my return on investment, and I'm about to in October make another minimum 5,000 Metfi tokens will come in because of the work that I've been putting into it. Okay, so just to give you an idea, that you have opportunities passively and actively to earn from this. All right, so how do you join? Like I said, you got to buy a Metfi utility. The Metfi utilities start from 100 USDT. They're based around seafood, as you can see, and they got shrimp, crab, octopus, fish, dolphin, shark, orca, and so on and so forth till it gets to the whale shark. All right. Now, the shrimp starts at 100 USDT, so it is accessible to anyone, anywhere around the world. And if you want to upgrade to your crab, you just pay the difference of $200 between the two. Now, the shrimp is a very good entry level, but I also want you to pay attention to the fish, because a fish gives you some really excellent benefits if you want to be more active. Okay. Keep in mind, Metfi is also on PancakeSwap and some other wallet distributors. And again, everything is transparent, so you can basically just go to, I use CoinGecko, which is over here. And if you type in, which I'm already there, if you type in Metfi, I'll just do a refresh. It'll show me the latest information about Metfi. It'll also show me where it's listed. Okay, so it's most transactions are taking place on PancakeSwap, but there's also Gate.io and Mexi and Matcha. I wouldn't probably use Matcha because there's not much volume happening there. But if you want to buy on PancakeSwap, that's the best bet. Or just on your MetaMask, you can buy tokens as well. Okay. But when you buy your utility, you can buy extra tokens and you can stake extra tokens within your Metfi app back office. So it's all done for you, which is much, much easier. Now, a couple more slides. Here's where we move into from passive income to active income. In the active income, you can earn, apart from the staking, apart from tokens coming in every 12 hours, apart from treasury claims that will pay you, you can also start to earn money quicker if you want to be active. And being active opens up the opportunity for a matrix bonus, a matching bonus, a fast start bonus, and those first three are active. The other two are more passive style, the token staking, which I talked about, and the MetaQuiz bonus. I want to focus on the matrix bonus right now, guys. This matrix bonus is more active for those who want to do network marketing, for those who want to help the community and help one another. Okay. Now, some people have a negative towards network marketing. I think network marketing is one of the best things that has ever been brought into our society. It actually has created the most millionaires in history. Okay, so I'm moving into some active stuff that if you want to see this as a business, going back to what Robert Kiyosaki said, you can earn passive income as an investor or you can own your own business. If you are looking to run this as a little business, you can, within the next 6 months, earn some extraordinary money that will be like 5 times more than your salary or higher. Okay, how do we do that? Well, let's look at how this matrix works, guys. If you were to join, there's 10 matrices, there's 10 NFTs, and if you were to start with just the $100 NFT, and when you jump in, you have a matrix under you of a 3 by 10. That matrix allows you on level 1 to have 3 people under you, or 3 NFTs. Level 2 to have 9, because each of those 3 have 3. Level 3 to have 27, because each of those 9 have 3, and so on and so forth. You have potentially 88,572 opportunities under your $100 NFT. What does that mean? Well, whenever an NFT is purchased under you, you get a 5% matrix bonus. Okay? Now, what you have to do is you don't have to go and find 88,572 NFT purchases. Okay? All you have to do is the simplest concept is fill up your first level. If you want to be active, invite a few people, let them listen to some of these information that we provide, whether it's live or through some of the recordings that we have. Like we're doing a recording today. You can pass it on to someone to listen to. If they want a shorter version, they've got some nice YouTube videos that are short, summarized. Then we've got the shorter presentation, we've got a long presentation. Now just present, invite people, we present, they'll decide. Okay, if they choose to be part of that, you get 5%. Now what is exciting about the 5%, guys, is that as your matrix fills up, the first level, second level, you get $15, $45. By the time before you get to the third level, you've already got your return on investment. Now you don't have to fill up all the levels. You only have to invite 3 people, teach them to do the same. As you teach them to do the same, they'll do their first levels, which is your second level. And they help the next group of people in their second level, which is your third level, to do the same. If each of us within 24 to 48 hours is able to invite 3 people and just get them to buy a $100 Matrix NFT, within a month, we could fill up the whole matrix under you, and you could potentially make 442,000 USDT. That is crazy with a $100 investment. Now, a lot of people at this point go, too good to be true, but I want to remind you, remember, we're in $1 trillion industry. This is not $1 million, this is not $100,000, this is not salaries, this is not wages. We're talking about $1 trillion industry in the metaverse that is still running, whether we like it or not, and we have to decide whether we want to be part of this or not. And here's the opportunity, and everybody wins. Why does everybody win? Because here's the other part of this exciting thing. If you have someone who's not active and they just want to be under you and not do anything, if you're active, you're going to help them, because as you fill up people, it'll start putting people under their first level and so on. Everyone helps everyone. This is the only industry where it is not a person on the top makes all the money based on everyone else underneath. It is that I've put in over 50 people directly, and as I've sponsored them and brought them in, it has helped others in my community, including the one Rashid talked about, who is in a war-torn nation. Okay, and I'm so excited about that because we do this as community. Now, guys, what if it takes us more than a month to do this, takes us about a year, 6 months to a year? Would you still be willing to work hard, be a bit active, $100 to make 442,000, right? What if we only make 10% of that, 44,000 instead of 442,000? From a $100 investment, that's brilliant. What if you only make 1%? It's still an excellent return on investment in less than a year if we all work together. All right. And that's what Rashid and I are doing. Some of you guys have jumped on board. We're looking for leaders. Now, I just want to expand your mind a little bit more. I love the NFT 4, the fish, because it is so amazing. It has such great potential. For the same effort, if I upgrade using the $800 upgrade, which is in total $1,500, and I invite 3 people into the fish matrix rather than the shrimp matrix, what happens is they don't only get the fish matrix, they also get the other 3 matrices as well, which is access to the crab, the octopus, the crab, and the shrimp. Now, with the same amount of effort, rather than filling out the shrimp matrix, if you filled out the fish matrix, 88,572 under you, just by inviting 3 people and duplicating the process. And remember, we've got all the training set up for you guys, so you only plug and play. It's a business done for you. Okay, you just invest in there, take your risk, look at what the returns are. Guys, instead of 400,000, you can make a potential just in this matrix of 3.542 million. For an investment of $1,500. Now, it gets better. The better it gets is that, as I mentioned to you, when you jump into the fish, you also have access to the octopus, shrimp, octopus, crab, and shrimp matrices. which means when the fish matrix is full, automatically the other matrices below it are filled, which means you have 3.5 million, 1.7 plus 885 plus 442,000. That's just under 7 million USDT you have access to for $1,500. Why would I want to go with the shrimp when I can start with the fish? Why would I not want to even go to the humpback whale? And some people in our leadership team are working on the humpback whale so that we can have a potential of $500 million per person for anyone who's got the humpback whale. Okay, now you start where you want. I'm focused on, I'm a shark, which is number 6, but I am excitedly, sorry, which number, yes, number 6, but I'm excitedly focused on filling up the fish matrix and starting to fill up the shark matrix. Okay, why? Because the potential for me is 14 million plus 7 million plus another 7 million. That's over 21 million. But here's the even better opportunity. If you just focus on the fish and within 45 days work on return on investment, you can actually earn 21 million just from the fish matrix. So this is the third way I'm introducing you to income, and this is the active matrix building side of things. Okay. The fourth way is that if you start to do this, where you are willing to actively work with the community, with us to help everyone, then you also have access to something called ranking. And as a ranking, you become an influencer in the community. And as you become an influencer and you become a level 3-star influencer and higher, you start to earn some Metfi tokens. 4,851 tokens are available to me at the next halving in October. Now, if I make commissions of 15,000 before then I will not get 4,000. I'll get actually 8,600, which is even better. Okay, and you now have a fourth way of producing income. Can you see how exciting that is? Okay, now why is that exciting? Because here's what I have done, and it's transparent. You can go search for me. Here's what I've done since January. Okay, it's not as much as my leaders. Some of my leaders have earned 70,000 plus. So if I go and say find account and I go to get wealth, no, it's not get wealth. Let me remember what it's called. Forgotten my leaders.
Yes,
Yes, wealth.
well,
That's the
yes,
one.
well.
Thank you, my bro. So yes, wealth is the one guys who introduced us when I was in Dubai, Isha and Osama, and you can see that they have made 71,000 since they joined in December. That's brilliant. Okay, now they decided to go with the whale shark, one before the humpback whale. I am here at the shark level. Okay, Rashid is at the fish, about to go to dolphin. All right, it's very exciting. Now you can choose where you want to go, and you can decide how much you want to do. Now these guys have done have got over 1,300 in their team, which is excellent. Okay, so us working together will create a big phenomena. So this is active income. Okay, you don't have to do this, but it's active income. All right, but if you do it, you have opportunity to earn income. And that
And
5,000 Metfi coins, when it was at about $1, was basically paying for would have paid for my Istanbul trip if I got it qualified before I went. But I qualified.
Ruben,
Yes, sir.
just want to say something. If you go
Mhm.
back to Yes World and check his shrimp, you see he's already have about 500 and something, which means he's almost filling that matrix.
Correct.
Look at that. That's 500.
100%. Okay,
So
so that means
he's more or less earning that full matrix money.
he's got
And
10
all
levels
exactly.
with the matrix, and the first 4 levels are full.
Yes, literally.
So that's why we're saying, guys, it is possible for us to do this as a team. If two people could do it, creating a team under them, imagine what we can do as a community, fired up with active potential. Okay, so that's the active side. Let me now show you a fifth way of income with MetBot, which is passive again. Okay, but this one takes a little bit more money required. Remember, your starting point with with the NFT is $100. The starting point here is a dolphin, which is $3,600 plus 1500 USDT, but your earning capacity is incredible. Okay, so Metbot is transparent profits with precision and control comes straight back into your wallet. Okay, it's the new thing that's going to be launched in June this month, in around the 20th. At the moment, we're testing it with those who went to the for the 4-day celebration in Istanbul. We can start testing it. I've done my KYC and I'm about to fund my account to start testing this. Metbot Beta is now alive. Your funds are in your control with precision and transparency. With Metbot, the power is truly in your hands. The funds remain securely in your custody. You don't have to pass it on to anyone else. Never leaving your account. You can stop Metbot and withdraw your funds at any time. Every trade is transparent and live on your dashboard. Now, both Rashid and I, and some of you guys have been in a different platform with Forex trading. We never had this opportunity. It was not in our custody while it was being traded. It was not transparent till afterwards. We couldn't see the live trades, and there was manipulation on the trades. Now, with this, it is on the blockchain. It is totally transparent, and you can unhook from it, withdraw your funds at any time. Number two, expanding Metbot capabilities for greater profits. A custom AI and team of experts constantly analyze the market. So it's not just fully AI. There are also a team of human experts who have great experience. And we enhance Metbot's capabilities, including more robust risk management, testing new trading pairs, and short trading. At the moment, the trading pairs are the USDT versus the Bitcoin. But testing new trading pairs, very exciting, because this is allowing it to maximize your trading opportunities in more diverse market conditions. Thirdly, in order to get in, you can either get, whatever you earn from your Metbot, you get 50% of it, or you can boost that to 75% of the profits by buying what is called a marine mogul. Okay, and again, for those who are interested, we'll give you more information about it when you're ready and when this is up and running. With the marine mogul, the trader gets 75% as opposed to 50%. The treasury, and here's a good thing, guys, the rest of the money, even if I got only 50% profits, which is where I'm starting at, 35% of the money is going back to the treasury. Who's going to get the treasury money in the future? I am. So it's brilliant. 10% goes to direct rewards. So that's part of the network marketing side of things. And 5% goes into the mogul staking pool, which will now make if you have a marine mogul, it'll start to make your marine mogul even more rare. And its potential within it is going to be endless. Again, we'll know more as we go. The marine moguls, we've just finished the airdrops, and the potential of it is going to be amazing. But I'm not going to talk about as much of this now because I want to focus on the Metbot. To get into the Metbot, guys, you've got to upgrade your NFT to a dolphin or higher. So if you are below dolphin is number 5, then you need to upgrade to number 5 or higher. Refer the dolphin NFTs for Metfire rewards, and then receive 10% trading profits as a referrer. So in other words, in your team, if anyone is interested in doing this, then you get 10% of whatever they make, you also make. Now that's passive income, okay? From two sources, one from you trading and one from the one below you who is also trading. Open a broker account and get your funds ready for Metbot Beta 2 in June. So it's part of the testing. Like I always say to people, assess your risks, but for this one, you need a little bit more money. Let's join the revolution, guys, of this. Join us in shaping the future of Web3 and cryptocurrency trading. Upgrade, stake, and secure your place in the Metbot revolution with marine moguls and Metfi. Each step unlocks more potential power and profits. Okay. So I wish that you guys I'm hoping and excited that you're happy. I hope I've covered everything, but not overdone it so that you guys are like, I'm done, I'm fried, I can't do anything else. I hope you got enough information to ask more questions. People who ask questions mean that they're thinking and going, oh, let me get clarity on this. Let me understand this. Let me understand that. Let me open it to questions. And as we open the questions, let me have a look at if anyone has posted any questions in our chat group. Margaret is asking, how do I become the one selling to them? Do I send them my NFT? Yeah, so no, you don't send them your NFT, but what you do is, if Margaret, anyone wants to join, when they sign up, there will be a referral ID where you put your referral name in there. And what I like to do is, I don't like to send people, please don't send people your referral code, because it doesn't always work well in MetaMask, as Rashid has found out firsthand, and I have as well. So what we do is, I sign everyone up personally. Why? Because it's community based, it's personal. I want to encourage people to sign up. So when I sign them up, I will sign them up and I'll put my referral ID. Now, the guys that you're under, Margaret, have got something a little bit different, where they buy an NFT and then they send it to that person. So you can do that as well, where you can buy an NFT and then send that NFT. But what we tend to traditionally do, and what has been kind of told by the white pages and by the FAQs to do, is to help someone buy a shrimp first, check that it's under you, it's working, and then upgrade to whatever their NFTs that they want to get. Hope that helps. Any questions, guys? I'd love to hear questions, because I'm sure this information, there'll be some new information, there'll be some information that's repeated, there'll be some aha moments, hopefully, but there should be a lot of questions as well of, can you explain this further? I don't get this. And I'm very open to that, because the clearer you have it in your mind, the better. So please feel free to unmute, ask or type a question. Rashid, did I cover everything, bro?
Awesome. You covered every piece and part of it. I would say let's give Ruben a 777 for doing us a wonderful time today, sharing all the information, and I mean, breaking it down into understandable information. You know, you've really given us that information in a form that I think that's why there's hardly any question, in my view. I mean, everybody understands it very well. What we're saying here is that if you want to join the community, you need to buy an NFT. Buying an NFT is like saying, I want to have a stake in the community. And that stake in your community, like they say, also gives you back stake in Metfi. 10% of that money, let me just kind of break it down further. For instance, you buy an NFT with 1,500. 1,500 is what Fish NFT will cost you, and $900 out of that 1,500 will be used to pay commission to everybody in the community before yourself. Meaning that they're using that to announce your arrival to the community. Then 30% is put into the treasury immediately, which is around $450. And the remaining $150 will be used to grab an NFT, and it will be staked into your account for you automatically. Now, it's a great time to come in, because why? What 150 can buy when an NFT, I mean, a Metfi was about $5. Today, you are going to be getting more NFTs. So it's a great time to come in now. The Metfi token is a bit cheap at the moment. I have just grabbed myself worth of $500 worth of USDT, because it's a great time to just play with my money. You know, it's cheap now. I buy it, and when the price goes back up, I sell it. So that's one source. So right now, for anybody coming in, because the price is cheap now, you're going to be getting a lot of Metfi token for that 150. By the time the price goes up, you've already made a profit. And guess what, guys? You can actually unstake part of that afterwards and sell it. That was not available before. That was just voted in as a decision that we all decided to collectively make, that decision that, look, people should have the freedom to be able to unstake without losing what they have. And that decision was voted for 100%. So right now, you come in, you get more Metfi. Within a month or two, when the coin value gets to maybe, because I see going up very soon, and you at that stage unstake it, sell it, and get back your capital. So the game is get back your capital as soon as possible so that you can say it's a risk-free investment for you. And we have a 45 days game plan. I'm already working with it. And like I said, I join in as a passive investment, but when I'm seeing the potential, I'm seeing what is happening, I become active, and that because of my being active is that's why we're here today, sharing the good news. And guess what? It's an opportunity that I have seen. It's communal based. Everybody gets something. Everybody gets money. And guess what? It doesn't stop you from doing your normal work and everything. And keep sharing that information to people. Keep telling them what you're doing passively. Keep telling them what you're doing actively. And the sky is not the limit. I actually say the sky is the beginning. So thank you for your time today. It's been awesome for us to have Rueben share this opportunity with us, explain it. We've recorded it, and I'll be sharing it into our WhatsApp group. So if you're not in our WhatsApp group, you want to be in our WhatsApp group, please indicate, send me a chat, and I'll add you up so you can also know when we're having this type of meeting. We're also going to be having the Monday one, which is where Rueben will also be sharing to us how to be a wealth creator, not a rich guy, because a lot of people go about thinking they're rich when they are really not rich. They only just feel the cash with them is what makes them rich. Wealth is beyond cash. Wealth is in your knowledge, your technical skills to create more funds for yourself. I mean, look at Metfi. Metfi is not just offering you one stream of income, but I'd say there is 5 that is hidden. And when you join, you come in, first of all, with 3 to 4 stream of income. Then there's another 5 you can open up on one decision to go active. And that makes it 9 to 10 income stream. And guess what? Every day, just yesterday, before I woke up this morning, I saw that my USDT has increased again. It's awesome, like I said. It's so awesome to check your wallet and you see your money, it's growing every time. So for everybody that's been here today, one person or the other has invited you. It may not have been invited directly by me. It could be Ase, it could be Rueben, it could be that we posted it in the group. Please feel free to reach out to any person that has invited you, and let's hear back from you if you want to join the community. And the community will definitely continue to be a blessing upon each and every one of us. Thank you for your time today. I'm so happy that we learned something today and we'll continue to learn. I hope to hear or see you next week. And if you want to share the link with some other person, feel free to pick that link, or I'll share another one. It's a link. I mean, we all know how Zoom works. I will share a new link every time, and we'll post it in the group so that everyone can pick it up, send it to somebody you want to share this good news with. It's a good news to me. It's something to be excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to go all the way. I mean, I've seen somebody who owns a Yes Wealth account making 71,000. 71,000 in Australia is roughly around 80,000 US dollars. That's a yearly income for somebody. And when I say somebody, I mean somebody who's doing a professional job, who has a skill to offer to the community before somebody will pay you 80,000. And somebody has made that in less than 6
Sorry, bro,
months.
to interrupt. 70,000 USD is about 106,000.
106. Look, for you to earn that in Australia, for an unskilled job, you must have 2 jobs. For a skilled job, you must be a professional in that field of job for you to earn that amount. So I see that that's a potential you are having in your hand, and that what opens that up for you is $100. What opens that for you is $100 and a willing commitment. So please think about it, and feel free to reach out to anybody, and we'll be supporting you all the way. Look forward to having another session next week, Saturday, and we'll continue to share this news with everybody. Thank you for your time today. Bye-bye.
Taking your phone with you.
Thank you, Rashid. See you guys.
Thank you, Rashid and Ruben.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
well,
Thank you so much, Rashid. Thank you, Ruben. God
always-
bless you.
Thank you.
I'm glad it was helpful. Take care.
I hope one can still use the same link for another day.
No. We'll be sharing another link next week. This
Okay.
link will expire today because at the moment we finish this meeting now, that link has expired, so you can't connect with it anymore.
Okay.
We'll always share a new link, and we'll post it to each of the groups. So that's why I said if you want to be part of our WhatsApp group, reach out to us. We'll add you to that group, and we'll continue to share that link there. Bye-bye.
So,
Bye.
thank you. Blessings. Bye.